And how do you keep a big secret about something you know nothing about? So and that Periscope's alone within the whole idea of it. And so I don't really, you know what I'm saying? That's just nothing to do with me. And so that's how I look at it. And so Epsilon, and so here it is. What do you call it? And Periscope, some what do you call it? And it's just self-determination. It's like, oh, we'll just have money or something or any other situation. And yeah, it is a binary method because it's like what she just gestured and stuff like that. And everybody's wearing charcoal gray for the next week, maybe 2 weeks. How about a month? How about 3? Okay, so because that's like the story of my life. So, okay, so that's how you do that. Matter of fact, if you're so inclined to be autistic about it, just do it for a year. Okay, there, good for you. And then you're gonna take off that charcoal gray after a year. The story of my life for the past whatever years. Don't ask, don't tell. There's no bullshit. And then there's a sweet potato. It's like, you're trying to give me dinner. Like, what are you trying to say? Just because the co-opposite method. Isolation is isolation. Isolation is isolation. With any way to say of any type of encouraging a Lyme condition. Okay. So the contingencies alone off that ended. That was like front page for the last week or whatever. For the length that you try to induce Lyme. So the contingencies for the length you try to induce Lyme times reparations is what cha-ching on our part. Okay, because when I say "oh" to me, then it seems to be "oh, you owe me" or something like that. Okay, so you take that equation and all that stuff, and everybody take his notes. Okay, of irrationality. Now, beyond a year is beyond a year, and after that, I have no because that's a bit of a little pill, isn't it? I'm not so sure about that. Yeah. So you can take the contingency. So let's elaborate. Let's go ahead and break down the equation in Sam's terms. Okay, in terms of Sam. So you take the contingencies of a year and such with inducing of Lyme, with the contingency inducing of Lyme. With the contingencies, and what you get are a variable of reparations equivalent to 277. Now, with those contingencies, you take that and over brackets of treat do unto others as you want done unto you, and that's a term because it's not so much as and that's basically it. And you take that over the overlay of separation of church and state, and you take that over the overlay of that, and you say, okay, well, if you play chess, then you might be a rook, but you might be a bishop. Okay, so that's the difference. So that's all that is. And so that's the equation of it all. It's not an equation in the sense of the contingencies of inducing Lyme, of the contingencies. Okay, with the variable involved, with the number involved. So what's the good old fashioned number? What is the number? Call the number. There it is. Maybe a 6 or something like that. 0.5, 0.7, 0.3. And those are in terms of hundredths. Okay, so beyond that is the contingencies over a year with the induction of Lyme and with the variable of reparations due to, with the umbrella of law and agreements of the whole idea of the Shema of complex of how you do that. Okay, with the addition of background of parentheses. Now, if you're grouping it in a term, then that's when you have to use the parentheses with the brackets. So you don't have to know PEMDAS for that. That's just contingencies of the whole thing, of the equation of a year of inducing Lyme in a situation of variable reparations, a variable